Hello, thanks for joining me for another beer review then. So today we've got a beer from Utopian Brewing Limited, and as you can see, Gadds. It's a collaboration beer. It's a green hopped Pilsner. It's coming in at 5% ABV. One of at least, I think, up to two collaborations that Utopian and Gadds, the Ramsgate Brewery, have done, which is obviously my hometown. So naturally brewed with 100% British ingredients, 5% ABV. It's got the typical kind of logo for Utopian there, really pretty cool there. A lady with behind a wheel and hops going through a meadow or something like that. And then you've got the typical Gadds logo there, and it's all the way around in miniature form around the bottom of the can. So it says, for a couple of weeks of the year during the Kentish hop harvest, brewers get the chance to brew their freshly picked, undried hops, creating ultimate seasonal beers. Green Hop Pilsner is a collaboration upon matching Utopian Brewery's British lagering skills with the green hop brewing knowledge of Gadds. Then it goes into tasting notes. So I don't want to go that far. So I've had this a couple of times on draft. So I've got round to actually getting this can. So it's got a best before the November of 2023. So don't know when this actually came out. It was definitely after the green hop season, sort of end of September, October. I think it was more November time-ish, something like that. It's filthy on top of there, which is my doing. Purchased this at the Ravensgate Arms in Ramsgate. There's still one or two cans in the fridge, and it is available on the Ramsgate Brewery's website. I don't know about if it's on Utopians or not. It may well be, but I know for sure it's on the Ramsgate Brewery website. I'll get all this muck off. Should have done this before. Oh well. Bang goes a quick review. Anyway, 440ml can then, 5%. Green hop Pilsner. See how this goes out. So green hop beers are generally seem to be, and the chair's playing up as well. Generally, they seem to be English pale ales, but there are other styles of green hop beers like saisons, and I think there's been a porter. So there's like 25 breweries normally partake in doing green hop beers, and they've spread throughout the country, London, Sussex. So, hashtag proper glassware for one of the breweries anyway. So yeah, slightly, it almost comes across, I mean, it's very kind of straw coloured, roaring carbonation. One finger, white head, yeah, reinforcing that head quite well there. Quite clear, straw, yellowish, slightly hazed aroma. It's got a nice balance between a kind of almost like lemon, a very light lemon sherbet, slight, and you have like minuscule, so lemony. This reminds me of sherbet dabs from when I was a kid, but not that strong, just a hint. So you're getting a mixture of that, and then you're also getting, it's almost like a waxy lemon. Very floral. It's an interesting one. I mean, I've had a couple of pints of this in the past, as I've said, and really enjoyed it. Not pulled it apart, etc. It's weird when you concentrate and try and work out what a beer is. you also get lots of other things you might have missed on if you're just having a a sociable drink. Let's tuck in and see what it tastes like. So, cheers. Yeah, that lemony thing's there. Then it goes fairly quickly into a kind of an earthy, slightly bitter edge. Now, I assume this is brewed at Utopian, but it's saying collaboration with Gadds, so normally the host brewery is the name at the top, or the name on, But for some reason, it's just really reminding me a hell of a lot, whether it's, I don't know if it's the yeast of a Gadds beer. It really is. So if it was brewed at the Ramsgate Brewery, I wouldn't be surprised. But again, could be wrong there. It doesn't matter anyway. It's just flavour notes. Reminds me of a Ramsgate Brewery beer. Very easy drinking. Got a lovely tang on the palate. So that almost like lemon drop, waxy lemon vibe. Then it goes into a nice kind of earthy hedgerow, almost like a slight grapefruit edge to it, with that kind of a slight bitter edge. It's a very nice beer indeed. There we go. So a light bready malt body. It's not particularly crazy malt, but I know what they're saying. It's not twiggy and that kind of malt, if you know what I mean. With a biscuity sweet notes, sits under a spicy perfumed lemon character of East Kent Golding's hops, resulting in a uniquely zesty and refreshing Pilsner of the very highest quality. Pretty much what I was getting from it. You're definitely picking up that East Kent Golding's thing. As I said, that almost like waxy lemon. Yeah, a spicy, earthy kind of element to it. So I got a few bits out of that tasting notes that I've not read. So I don't like reading tasting notes. I rather try and go, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It doesn't bother me. It's leaving a nice lacing on the glass. Of course, everyone's palate's different. Of course, you might get something else. But as this beer goes, I mean, green hop Pilsner, is it like a I don't know, India Pale Pilsner kind of deal. It's quite rustic, almost. Not in colour. Normally rustic's a bit more of an amber, but on the flavour profile, it's a little bit more kind of a rough and ready Pilsner, if you like, with that kind of earthiness. I could drink this all night long, be quite happy, to be honest with you. I probably won't drink at that pace, because I am actually had nearly half of it already. But all in all, a lovely beer. They've done a beer called collab together called Power Cut Porter, which has been available on cask locally. I don't know what the deal is, whether that's being released or it's just a cask exclusive, or what the deal is. I don't know, but which was a very nice beer indeed. So Gadds, or Utopian Gadds, this is their green hop Pilsner. We'll call it 2022, because you never know, they might go ahead and do another collab in another year, but if not, it's the 2022 harvest of this beer. So Cracking beer. It's still around online, so if you're interested in that kind of thing, head over to the Gadds or have a look on Utopian's web stores. It's certainly on Gadds. It may be on Utopian's. I haven't checked. Or if you live locally, it's available at the Ramsgate Arms in Ramsgate. A cracking beer, great collab, great stuff. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know if you've had this one before down below, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.